Okay, this is Dara from Tat Attack, and in my last video I showed you how I applied some colorini to my henna design here. And today I want to show you how I use my pink cone, glue cone, to add just a little subtle glitter to it. When you already have cut your glue cone, you want to check and see if there is any glue coming out if you do a pinch and pull effect off of it. There is none coming out of mine. So I'm going to take some scissors and just cut a very tiny hole. I do not want to make that hole too big. So I'm going to cut a tiny hole, and now you'll see when I cut it and I do a pinch and pull, sometimes that helps. You can see now that it looks good. Okay, I'm going to get started on doing just some subtle designs on here. I'm going to just kind of follow a line of these petals here. Like so. I also want to follow these. Now you can go as thick as you want. I like to go flatter and thinner. I found that the lines stay longer, but definitely experiment and have a good time with these cones. If you don't already own these glue cones, let me explain what they are. You can purchase them on my website, which is www.tatattack.com. That's TATATTACK.com. And what they're used for is this freehand glitter body art. The glue dries, it's made for your body, so it's non-toxic. And when the glue dries and turns clear, you add glitter onto it, and it can last anywhere from 3 days to up to 7 days, although I have heard of it lasting even longer. I've heard 10 days. So, I'd love to hear how long yours lasted by leaving a comment underneath the video. I'm just outlining some petals is what I've decided to do. Actually, it's not even outline. It's more like inline because I'm going on the inside of the petals. I want to go a little bit thicker in some spots. Even your lines are jagged. Sometimes that happens with the glue, but once you get the glitter on top, you'll notice that it looks great. Now I'm going to outline these ones. Now this glue right here is really thick. I'm actually going to take off some of that glue because it will take a long time to dry. Notice how I'm taking it off. I'm just going with a line, and what it does is it flattens it out nicely. Okay, now I'm going to do some nice flat lines going around. Like so. And I'll tell you why I prefer to use the pink glue cones and why I began selling them and making this special mix is I found the cream alone was too thick. And it actually took a lot longer to dry, and then it rolled off after a day. So this is what I prefer, but I always let people know that you should always experiment and have a good time, and whatever works for you. Every artist is different, so I'm partial, obviously, to the pink glue cones, but that doesn't mean that you will be. But you should come, try it and see if you like it. Experiment with other options. And I also teach workshops, and I had the amazing blessing of being on teaching classes for Face and Body Art Television. What I'm gonna do is actually my wind around my snowflakes is going to be a different color, but since they're so separate, I can go ahead and add that glue now if I want. I'm just going to do very basic. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do this video quick because I tend to make long videos. I really enjoy the art, so I tend to spend a long time doing this. In case you're wondering how to price freehand glitter body art, I would do it per hour, just like face painting or henna. I think whatever you charge for those two, it should be the same. Freehand glitter body art is a two-part process because you apply the glue, you wait for it to turn clear, and then you apply the glitter. It doesn't last as long as henna, but it is a two-part process, so it takes some time, and the materials are more expensive than henna. So, okay, as you can see, the glue is white on me, so I'm going to pull out a fan and make it dry a little faster. Actually, the glue in here, in this part, is dry. It just basically is the little bit left over of those thick areas, and that's how you can practice with it and really decide, and really decide, you know, how thick you want your lines. And the reason why I use a fan is it speeds up the process. But you don't always have to. You can do the other arm, and then by the time you come back over, this would be ready. Or you can just start doing another person if there's another person in the party. That's what I usually do, is I put, you know, one person aside, ask them to wait a minute, or they can even hold the fan if they want and do the fan, and then I start getting work on somebody else. And by the time they're ready to dry, then I can go ahead and move back to this person. Okay, you can see my lines are getting really dry now. So, sorry, hopefully you can hear me with this fan on. So you're going to be doing this for a little while, if you like. Just speed it up. What I'm going to show you now is I have like a sweeper brush, which you can use a kabuki brush too. That's an elf brush. And then I have this, it's what I call 502, number 502 diamond dust glitter. And I have them in little, smaller containers. I'm just going to use this for now. I'm going to do the snowflakes, the flowers with this color, and then I'm going to go back around and do the wind with like maybe a light blue. So I just pour some on, or poof some on, or use a brush, and then I use this elf brush to kind of move that glitter around a little bit. Now you may find that some of it sticks to the colorini, and that's kind of cool. I like that too. We'll see how this turns out. Wow, that's really cool. You can see it really popped. Made that pop. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add it to the other areas now. Being careful if the area looks a little wet to not smear it. And since I'm doing this on myself, I'm going to go ahead and use that excess glitter. I try not to do that on customers because it's like, I don't know, maybe seems a little. This is like sticking to the colorini and it looks really cool. This is my all-time favorite glitter color. We call it like diamond dust or stardust. I think it's in the wedding section or the bridal section of www.shopglittertattoos.com, and you can find it there. Just sweep off the excess. There we go. Great. This is ready here too. This is actually my refill bottle. I was just too lazy to get out the blue, but now, to get out the smaller bottle that I have. But I'm actually going to get some blue out, so I'm going to have to not be lazy and get in the drawer and get some blue. Waste a little of the video time. Okay, let's watch this. Okay. Do you see how it sticks to the colorini too? Oh, it's so awesome. Yet the color still pops out from underneath it. It just looks fantastic. Just hold out 1 second here. I'm going to grab like a cosmic blue. This is a laser color from Y Body. These are my oval poofers, and these are pretty cool. You're not going to be able to see in this quite as much, but I'm going to go ahead and do just a little bit, right where I put those winds. Okay, let's see. I don't mind if a little bit of that silver gets mixed in with it because it will lighten up the wind a little bit, so that will look really cool. Okay, as you see here, you sweep off all the extra, and hopefully you can see, there you have it. Fabulous henna, colorini, and freehand glitter body art. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe.